tawag dito, the person's immunity is immunocompromised, just like the presence of HIV, hepatitis, ganyan, no? Wherein pwedeng hindi nasa normal state or hindi nasa healthy state yung medical condition ng ating patient, these immune complexes are being activated. And na-activate din po ito just in case there is transfusion reactions. So let's try to study further this table. So we have here blood type. So blood type is the most common word, no, that we use, but it should be blood group. No, kasi we're talking about the groups of A, B, AB, and O, for example. No, kasi hindi lang po A ang existing natin for the blood type A. We also have weak subtypes or weak subgroups. That's why we call it, instead of blood type, we use the word blood group. So let's explain further, even though you know this one already. If the patient has a blood type or blood group A, um, the expected agglutination with the anti-sera or yung ginagamit nating pampatak, yung kulay blue, we could expect a 4 plus agglutination. Since we are using a red cell sample, or we are performing the direct method wherein we can expect direct reaction between the antigen and the antibodies, we should observe either 3 plus or 4 plus agglutination. Bakit? Kasi andun na po eh, no? Red cell yung kailangan natin, red cell yung may receptors to create agglutination. So, dapat 3 plus 'yan or 4 plus 'yan. Tapos since, A nga siya, hindi magkakaroon ng reaction sa anti-CRO. And when we are using, anti-Sera B, and when we are using anti-AB, no, or yung reagent 'yan, this one is reagent for O. So, 4 plus din. Bakit po? Kasi merong agglutination because of the presence of, antigen A. So meron po. Then if we are performing reverse grouping, again, ang reagents na gagamitin natin is yung known cells. Known cells, again, these are the red cells containing established blood groups already. No? So yung known cells, ginawa mo coming from the patient with blood type A, ginawan mo ng red cell suspension, eto na po yung known A cells natin. So if the forward reacts to anti-Sera-A, yung reverse po kabaliktaran, 'no? Wala pong binago sa ibig sabihin ng reverse. So, instead of having the reaction from the A cells, meron po tayong reaction dito sa B cells. So, 4 plus and 4 plus. But can we always expect that there is always a 4 plus agglutination? Let me clarify this one. So this agglutination is a strong agglutination, as we say. Strong reaction kasi nakita mo pa lang sa tube, nakita mo kaagad na merong clumping, no, merong clumping. So pag may clumping, you grade it plus 1, 2, 3, and 4. And when we say plus 4, there is only one solid clump, no. So is this good for forward typing na meron siyang plus 4? Yes. No? Yes, definitely. So, plus 3 or plus 4. Kasi kapag nag-plus 2 na po yan, ibig sabihin, weak. Weak yung reaction ng ating antigens, no? If these antigens, no, are weak in reacting, mag-iimbestiga ka na kaagad or magdududa ka na kaagad. Probably you could also repeat the procedure. Why did you had um this kind of agglutination? Kasi we only expect 3 plus and 4 plus pagdating sa forward. No, kasi a presence of 1 plus or 2 plus pagdating po sa forward typing indicates weak subgroups or subtypes. No, again, weak subgroups or subtypes. Dito naman sa reverse grouping, if we're going to explain this one, meron din tayong nakita dito na 4 plus agglutination. Do we always expect this 4 plus agglutination? Hindi rin po, no, because we are using a serum sample which is nucleated even if RBC pa yung gamitin natin. So we are not expecting actually a 4 plus agglutination in reverse grouping kasi wala naman tayong red cells dito. Kung walang red cells, walang direct agglutination. So 4 plus is ideal, but 2 plus 3 plus and 1 plus is expected po sa reverse grouping. So, I think, ang gagawin pa natin yung reverse grouping, sa midterm pa, eh. Because we need to master first the grading of agglutination of forward grouping in slide and in tube method, 'no. So ayan, the pattern follows kung ikaw ay B, kung ikaw ay AB, kung ikaw naman ay O. So this table represents the ideal and the normal blood grouping agglutination reactions of the red cells, and of course including the anti-sera, and when we also interpret this one sa reverse grouping using the serum sample. So did everybody get this? I need to see your thumbs up. Wala pa pong mahirap ano? Tama pa, gets pa? Okay, very good. So, invisible relationship between the forward and reverse types, no, include ethnicity or populations, no, because we expect this one probably in our culture, in our country, in our ethnicity na tinatawag. But pagka nag-asawa na tayo, let's say for example ng mga foreigners 'no, nag-asawa tayo ng mga iba't ibang lahi, nag-asawa tayo ng mga puwede ring kapwa natin pero, um puwedeng sila ay nasa lahi ng mga may tribo pa 'no or ethnic groups in the Philippines. Could we also expect this agglutination? So, hindi po 'no. So, because, group B, so they are 2 times as frequent in blacks and Asians as in whites. And subgroup A2, this one is rarely found in Asians. But if there is a mix 'no, interracial mix of genes, so recessive and recessive will lead to dominance 'no. Kaya po ang sabi nga nila, for you to be safe at kung ikaw ay mag-aanak ng foreigner 'no, just in case kailangan natin ng donors, blood man 'yan or organ man 'yan, at least merong kapatid yung bata 'no. At least may kapatid yung bata kasi in other countries, particularly the US, they have this what we call blood bank directory. So when we say blood bank directory, all of the rare blood groups, all of the uncommon blood groups, no, are listed there, including their name, addresses, and other contact informations that they may call up whenever they are prospected to donate, wants to donate, or to be part of the research 'no, kasi maganda po yung healthcare system nila. So, may I ask if you had discussed this one in your on-site already? Parang nabanggit sa'kin kasi ni Sir Erwin na nakapag-practice kayo ng genetics. Is this true? Nadaanan po ito? Nadaanan po ang Punnett Square? Ayan. So, yes, nadaanan naman. So, at least, i-recap lang natin 'no, ang dominant gene 'no, ang dominant gene po is the blood groups A and B 'no. So, pero bakit mas lagi nating nakikita yung blood group O sa ating mga pasyente? Because again, the rule of, genetics is that recessive recessive leads to dominance, no? So the dominant genes of A and B always has this O recessive trait. So kaya po yung A tsaka A na nanay at tatay kapag sila ay nagkaanak, instead na A, puwede ring O ang lumabas, 'no? Kasi nagkakaroon ng codominance yung A tsaka O. 50-50 yan. So, O phenotype is also known as the autosomal recessive or amorph gene. When we say amorph gene, we are speaking of a silent gene, no? So, kung nasa lineage nyo na puro A, puro B, ganyan, pwede pa rin na merong blood group um, O, no? But, yung let's say for example, O yung nanay, O yung tatay, tapos lumabas na yung anak ay B, posible pa rin po kayang mangyari yun. We have to check the lineage or genealogy hanggang lolo po. Kailangan hanggang lolo kasama. Kasi andun pa rin nanggagaling yung recessive trait 'no, ng isang nanay at saka isang, tatay. So haplotypes 'no, 50% from the mother and 50% from the father. And when we say loci, we are referring to the attachment, no? Attachment, saan ba siya nanggaling, ganyan. So ABO gene came from the chromosome number 9 and FUT1 or H gene, no? Or the for the chromosome 19. So dito po nang nag-a-attach yung ating mga formation of the ABO red cells. And chromosome 19 also for the formation of ABO on secretions. Ano pong ibig sabihin ng ABO on red cells and ABO on secretions? Um, sa tingin nyo class, what are the samples that we can use to identify the blood groups of our patient? Pwede ring suspect, pwede ring victim sa isang NBI medico-legal case or forensic investigation or examination. So what do you think is are the samples that we can use to identify the blood groups? Is it only blood? Hindi po. We could also use what? Saliva. We could also use your semen, no? Because these are the secretions of the body, no? So, but oftentimes we use red cells. Why? Because it has the most concentrated, no, concentrated formations of ABO, no, to identify our blood groups. Again ha, pwede rin po sa laway, pwede rin po sa semen, and pwede rin po sa other secretions in the body. But the thing is, they may have lesser reaction in comparison to red cells because we are identifying it directly. Okay, can you still follow class? Can you still follow? Okay. So for the ABO antigens, no? So do you think pwedeng pang magbago yung blood groups natin or yung blood types natin? I need to see your thumbs up and thumbs down. Sa tingin niyo ba pwede pang magbago yung blood types natin? I will not ask for explanation. Sumagot po kayo. Ayan, so I can see some thumbs down, meron din akong nakikitang, thumbs up. So the explanation of this is that the immune system of a person, is not usually developed pagkapanganak at, it is continuously developing on the first, neonatal life of the baby. So from the 3rd to 6th months of living, lumabas na yung fetus, naging baby na siya, dun pa lang po nade-develop yung immune system ng ating baby. So, pwede po, no? Pwede pa pong magbago yung blood type ng isang tao kung ipinanganak siya, let's say for example, pinanganak siya January 1. Nag-blood group ka A. Tas nung nag 1 year old siya blood group mo ulit siya naging O. So, puwede pong mangyari yun 'no, kasi hindi pa po develop yung immune cells ng ating mga, babies. And the other pero hindi naman po siya, like laging nangyayari, but it could happen 'no. So, that's why it's always protocol na sa hospital po na hindi lang sapat na sini-CBC yung bagong panganak na baby, kasama na rin po yung blood grouping also to prevent, from baby switching, ganyan. Then, another 2 cases wherein, the patient might change their blood groups is if they have subjected themselves from, frequent blood transfusions because of, disease or puwede rin pong dina-dialysis sila or puwedeng sila ay may, blood disorder. 'Yan, meron silang leukemia, meron silang chronic anemia wherein, continuously they receive, transfusions 'no, packed red cells to be specific. Then the last one is kapag nagkaroon po tayo ng, stem cell transplantation or bone marrow transplantation. So in these cases 'no, for bone marrow transplantation, puwedeng mabago kasi nagbago na yung precursor ng cells ng ating, recipient. So there are only three situations ha, wherein puwede pong magbago. Pero yung let's say for example, binata ka na, nag-adult ganyan, or meron din kasi siyempre iba hindi naman alam. Halimbawa, blood group O ako, nakipag-sex ako sa blood group A, magkakaroon ba ng reaction? Hindi naman po 'no. Pero meron siyang konting, the body will not have resistance or immunologic response against, semen or vaginal, secretions 'no. Then ayan, so develop early in fetal life and they do not increase much in strength and during gestation period. That's why we have to wait for 3 to 6 months. And the newborn RBCs can carry only 25 to 50% no antigenic sites. So pwedeng yung agglutination po when we try to identify the blood groups of the babies or the newborns ay hindi po natin ma-achieve yung 4 plus. Puwedeng 2 plus or puwede rin pong 3 plus again because of this explanation, 25 to 50% pa lang po 'no, yung antigenic sites ng isang newborn. So usually glycolipids 'no, so yung surface receptors natin kailangan nila ng sugar 'no. This one, will serve as their attachment receptors 'no, and, this one is controlled by the ABO blood gene located in the long arm of chromosome 9. So dalawa po yung chromosome na nabanggit, 'di ba? Chromosome 9 at saka chromosome 19. Again, chromosome 9 is important for the formation of our blood groups or ABO. Chromosome 19 naman formation of ABO on red cells and 19 on secretions, no? Wag pong malilito. The H gene or also known as our RH 'no, dito siya 'no, naka-locate din po siya sa surface ng ating RBCs 'no. So ano po ba yung enzymatic makeup ng ating, RH 'no or the H gene? So, a H gene makes a transfer enzyme to L-fucose to the galactose terminal of alpha-2 L-fucosyl, transferase. These genes, importante po ito class 'no, importante po itong lahat. Because these are the genes that interprets our blood groups 'no, blood groups. Si A gene ang nagbibigay ng kaya naging blood group A yung ating, blood group or yung ating blood type, it is because of the presence of immunodominant sugar N-acetyl galactosamine. And yung gene na tinutukoy natin is alpha-3 N-galactosaminil transferase. So, these are the genes, yung mga may alpha-3, alpha-3D, ganyan. Tapos of course, iba rin po yung kanilang immunodominant sugar. Ayan. Tapos bakit po walang gene yung O? Kasi nga amorph. This one is silent gene, but it has immunodominant sugar which is the L-fucose. Class hanggang board exam, tinatanong po yung genes and the immunodominant sugar present on the surface of RBCs. Kaya siya naging dominant, kaya ka po nagkaroon ng ganitong blood group. Okay. So, ano ang talagang kapag may frequent transfusion, kapag nasalina ng dugo, or kapag nagbago ka talaga ng stem cell, ayan, or bone marrow, maapektuhan po yung production ng genes at yung ah, presence ng immunodominant sugar. Kaya may possibility po na magbago yung blood group ng ating pasyente. Yan. So, but before that 'no, before siya magbago, usually ang daming transitions. Usually, let's say for example, yung dialysis patient natin, nagkakaroon muna siya ng maraming rejections from the same blood groups. So, considering na wala na siyang gene, considering na O negative din siya, for example, nagkakaroon pa rin siya ng, transfusion reactions. Okey, kasi puwedeng nagta-transition na po yung pagbabago 'no ng, blood groups ng ating pasyente. So, the H gene makes a transfer enzyme to transfer L-fucose to the galactose terminal or of alpha-2 L-fucosyl, transferase. So ito naman po yung number of, H genes. H genes, ito po yung mga secretor cells natin na tinatawag. Oh, ayan. So RH tinatawag 'no or dominance, ayan. So from highest concentration to lowest concentration 'no, of our H genes. So, pinakamarami po yung O, even if 'no, even if wala siyang genes, even if wala siyang, genes, siya naman po yung may pinaka-concentrated na amount ng ay sorry, yung O, even if they don't have, genes, siya naman po yung may pinakamaraming concentration ng H genes. Again, when we say H genes, these are also 'no, they are also dominant or creates reaction sa mga secretions ng katawan natin. So, hindi lang siya sa blood. So, O is greater than A2 is greater than B is greater than A2B, greater than A1, and greater than A1B, ganyan. Yan, so yung ganitong pattern class, tinatanong din po ito sa examination at saka sa, ay examinations, for the board and, malay mo sa quiz din natin. So, ayan. So, lectins 'no. So, lectins, hindi ba kayo nagtataka ano ba yung component ng ating anti-sera 'no? So, lectins, ito po yung bibigay ng mga reactions natin sa ating mga anti-sera. So, they came from plant seed or animal extracts that agglutinate human RBCs with specificity. So dito po natin minsan nababanggit yung monoclonal antibody. Monoclonal which means mono which means one. They only react to one specific antibody. Kaya po siya tinawag na monoclonal antibody. So we also have this what we call polyclonal antibody which reacts to multiple presence of antibodies. Yan. So not an antibody, but ito po yung laman ng ating anti-sera A, no? The A-lectin, which is the Lycus biflorus, the B-lectin, so of course they agglutinates B cells. So this one is Griffonia simplicifolia or also known or formerly known as Bandereia simplicifolia. And for the O-lectins, of course, 'pag hindi siya nag-react sa A at saka hindi siya nag-react sa B, O siya, 'yan. So, Ulex Europaeus for the H antigen available. 'Yan ha, huwag kakalimutan si Dolichos, si Bandereya, at saka si Ulex Europaeus. 'Yan. So, ang dami na kaagad 'no, nasa slide 8 pa lang tayo, ang dami na kaagad na information 'no, na natututunan natin and of course coverage ng exam at saka ng quiz. So, ABO antibodies, this one is naturally occurring produced without exposure to RBCs. Ayan, 3 to 6 months. So, puwedeng undetected or too low. So, that's why 'no, so for the antibody type, again, in the laboratory, I ask 'no, bakit nagkaroon tayo ng dry bath at nagkaroon din tayo ng, dry bath and, tawag dito, um dry bath tsaka water bath. So, because again, we need to subject our samples in different temperatures because they could react in different temperatures. Yan. So, they could cause intravascular hemolysis. Hemolysis or agglutination in blood bank indicates incompatibility. Always, no? Always. So, do we need to stop? Yes, we need to stop, or it's either we stop the compatibility testing or we investigate which part or how did it became incompatible. So, sobrang tagal po ng proseso na 'yan kasi, as a medtech hindi natin puwedeng i-gaslight na, "Oh, hindi siya compatible, okey na 'yan, puwede na 'yan, okey na, hindi siya compatible, period." We need to investigate why. Kasi that patient, that healed with incompatible recipients, puwedeng mangyari yung incompatibility na yun sa susunod na donor. So, we should seek 'no, parang liliitan natin yung filter natin kung bakit nangyayari ito. And, pagka IgM naman, yung factor 'no, that caused, tawag dito, that caused agglutination, this one can still be, corrected by washing the red cells. So, puwede. Pero kung IgG, hindi na po, hemolysis na 'yun. Kapag sinalin, it could lead to, death. Mamamatay po yung ating pasyente. And the first sign of it is, raise of temperature of at least 1 degree Celsius. Yan. So ito po yung gagawin natin, sa laboratory 'no. So the ABO, typing technique, the slide direct method. So principle is for the detection of the A and B antigens on the erythrocyte surface. So malalaman niyo na po 'no, malalaman niyo na pong lahat what is your blood group or what is your blood type. So is there any chance na magkakamali po tayo sa ating laboratory class? Hindi po 'no, because this anti-sera A and anti-sera B, yung lectins A and lectins B, are specific only for A and B blood groups. These are performed in room temperature, not heated, no? Kaya po nung may nagsagot na anong gagawin natin sa reagent na malamig pa, so hindi po natin siya ilalagay sa water bath, no? Procedures, of course, we need to use the anti-sera A, anti-sera B, and anti-sera AB. Yan. So, one drop of each reagent. Actually, sa ibang hospital, ang gusto po nila instead of one drop, two drops para po strong yung makikita nating reaction. However, puwede rin pong maging expensive kasi. Kaya instead of two drops, one drop. So basta po 50% 'no or equivalent yung portions or 1:1 yung portions ng ating sample at saka yung ating, reagent. If you want to use three drops ng ating reagent, dapat three drops din po yung ating sample to prevent imbalance no of our zones of agglutination na tinatawag. So ayan, should be well mixed no. So kapag we are using the slide method, we will just be using the applicator sticks no to mix the anti-sera and the sample. But we are also be performing the tube method. So hindi po natin nami-mix like i-dislodge lang po yung ating samples with reagent in mixing tubes, hindi po. So for us to identify that it is properly mixed, we centrifugate. We perform immediate spin, no? Or yung ginawa natin nung gumawa po kayo ng red cell suspension, 'di ba nilagyan natin siya ng ini-spin natin siya for 1 minute. Ayan. So, ayan, wooden applicator stick and tilt back, no? Tilt the slide back and forth for 2 minutes. So, always, no? Always, pero halimbawa, nag-tilt ka, may agglutination reaction ka agad. That's good, no? Pero kung halimbawa nag-tilt ka, wala kang nakitang agglutination or parang weak yung agglutination reaction, you have to wait maximum of 2 minutes. That's why this is the reason why we do not perform slide direct method is that after 2 minutes, we can observe that the slide or the specimen will dry out, natutuyo. So kapag natutuyo po, tas pinakita natin yun sa ating chief medtech or even sa mga pasyente, paano natin pagkakatiwalaan yung tuyong specimen? No, that's why we need to do it also in tube methods, no? So, tandaan na po natin ha, yung dinidiscuss natin ngayon kasi hindi na po siya ipo-post lab sa laboratory. After this week, next week po, examination nyo na. So, kailangan pong tandaan yung ating lectures ngayon and kung ano man yung lectures natin ngayon could also help you understand further in the laboratory. Yan. So, this one is the interpretation, no? Or this one is what we will see sa ating agglutination reaction. So, this one, using anti-sera B, we can see here, yellow naman din po yung background, di ba? So, para hindi kayo magkakamali, lagi niyong tatandaan yung kulay. Yan. So, this, no? Meron din siyang this, no? So, and on the first slide, no? On the first slide, yung nasa left, so can you type in your answer? Ano po ba yung blood group na ito? Is it A or is it B? On the chat box, no? I-type nyo po yan. Ano po ang sagot ninyo? O yung left side, is it A or is it B? Class, are you still there? Yan, B. Thank you for your answers. Class, mag-participate po ha para natatandaan. How about this on the right side? Ano po ang, ano po ang, blood group nito ay sorry, magkakadikit pala 'to, 'no? Magkakadikit 'tong slide na 'to. Sa anti-A walang agglutination, sa anti-B may agglutination. Sa anti-AB, merong agglutination. Bakit? Kasi blood group B siya at yung anti-D natin, which is sa RH, nagkaroon din ng agglutination. So, ibig sabihin, our patient here is B positive, no? B positive. Yan. Next, ayan. So, ito po yung itsura, no, ng ating anti-sira. We have the A, D, B, and D, AB. So, ayan. Suspended in a concentration of 2 to 5% preservative diluent. So, again ha, this one is being used in the laboratory. Pero yung slide method, we can perform this one, but in the hospital, it is not part of the routine anymore. Tube palagi. Kasi nga iniwasan natin magkaroon ng tuyong specimen. So for the tube method, no, indirect, instead of using red cells, we will be using the serum that contains the antigen content, no? And of course, we need to perform it in immediate spin, no? Ito yung 1 minute natin na pag-sentry in 37 degrees Celsius. We have to ensure that, no, na hindi malamig yung ating samples. So IgG's antibodies sensitize any reagent RBCs that possesses the target antigen. So, tubes may be centrifuged and observed for hemolysis. Ito naman po class yung pinagkaiba ng red cells sample in forward or direct sa indirect. Bukod sa ang sample po nila is red cells kapag forward at saka serum naman sa indirect, sa forward, we observe incompatibility in form of agglutination. But when we are performing indirect method, instead of agglutination, or besides agglutination rather, bukod sa agglutination, we also observe for hemolysis. No, hemolysis. So again, this agglutination and hemolysis, these are the two signs of incompatibility, no, sa between the donor and the recipient. Yan. So we have to wait for the hemolysis to occur. So we also need to wait for at least 2 minutes, no, to observe for this presence. Yan. Remove carefully from the centrifuge. Check the supernatant to check for the discoloration. And of course, tilt and dislodge the red cell button. So again, nakalimutan nyo na ba or can you still remember yung dislodge? You need to mix, no? Kung ito man yung ating tube, ayan, you need to dislodge. Kasi kailangan wala pong natitirang concentration dito sa ilalim. There should be no button at the end at the bottom of your tube. You need to invert, no? Kailangan mong invert, kailangan mong ano, kasi the color of it should be in uniform. Yan. So for the degree of reactivity, again, you need to dislodge. Dislodging also means mixing, no? And ayan, always wash with saline water. So kapagka nakakapansin din po kayo ng frequent hemolysis during the lab techniques or during the lab procedures, you need to get our attention. Kasi kung puro hemolyze po yung mga red cells ninyo, baka yung ating NSS ay hindi maganda ang concentration. So we need to create another NSS reagents. Then we need to create an NSS reagent. Then um yan. So again, we need to wash these RBCs to prevent from having cross contamination with the presence of proteins. Cross contaminations with proteins. Then of course, yung red cells kasi natin, 'di ba, meron siyang mga contact receptors with the presence of these glycoproteins. So these channels, these receptors are not only being used for transfer of nutrients, communication, or attachments. These are also being used for the contact receptors or communication. Ganyan. So it should be free. It should be free for the agglutination to take place kapag meron pong agglutination reaction, ganyan. Then, what else? AHG reagent or also known as your Coombs serum or your Coombs reagent, no, na nakalagay po sa ating manual. So again, we need to observe for the hemolysis and agglutination. Now, if you can still remember sa recap natin, ano na nga po yung pinagkaiba ng 22% bovine albumin sa ating AHG reagent? Yung ating AHG reagent or cum serum, so intensifies or strengthen the antigen-antibody reaction. Tapos yun naman pong ating, 22% bovine albumin enhances 'no, the RH 'no, enhances the RH agglutination. So ayan ha, wag pong kakalimutan. So ito pong tinutukoy dito na if RBCs are coated, ito po yung sinasabi ko na may mga naka-attach sa receptors ng RBCs. So ayan, 'no. If RBCs are coated with IgG, the anti-IgG AHG reagent will create a bridge between sensitized RBCs resulting to observable agglutination, 'yan. Susubukan ko kayang paano ba mag-drawing dito? Gusto ko naka-iPad, eh. Puwede bang gumamit dito ng pencil class habang naka-PowerPoint? Hindi, draw. Ano ba 'to, draw? Ah, lagi siya pong merong, receptors. Of course, your heavy chain and light chain na tinuro sa zero, ganyan pa rin naman po, wala naman siyang magbabago. So, kapag nagkaroon po ng agglutination reaction, this one is another red cell. They will attach to each other. If they are attached to each other, ito pong nabuo nilang ito, this one is the start of the presence of agglutination. So, complex addition of these RBCs will indicate 'no, presence of, agglutination sa ating mga RBCs, 'yan, gano'n siya 'no. So, if RBCs are not coated with, IgGs, RBCs will not be sensitive, therefore, there will be no agglutination. So all negative tests must have Coombs control or also known as the check cells. Yung check cells natin ni class, huwag kayong mag-alala, hindi naman 'to ginagawa. Binibili din po yung check cells along with the AHG reagent, 'no. So this one is in manual conditions. Pero po, kung mapapansin ninyo, ang daming process when we perform, manual blood grouping because we need to perform slide, we need to perform tube forward, we also need to perform tube reverse, we need to subject our specimen in different temperatures. Tapos kapag nagkaroon ng reaction, may HG ka pa. Pero po 'pag nag-gel card or gel technique method tayo, iisa lang po. Patak-patak lang sa gel card tapos spin lang natin siya ta's meron na kaagad. No, kasi even if we perform the manual methods, even if we perform the, manual and gel card or automation procedures, meron pa rin tayong mga bagay na hindi maipaliwanag, eh. You can still, have incompatibilities or, tawag dito, not match recipient and donors despite of doing this one. Because again, the reason for that is of course we have different set of genes. And dito po napapatunayan that each and every person is unique. So RBC reagents from group O individuals have been typed the most common and the most significant RBC antigens, no? So bakit kaya importante itong si RBC antigens sa tingin ninyo, 'no? Because this one will not interfere in the detection of the antibodies in the blood group system. Bakit hindi siya magkakaroon ng interferences? Kasi wala siyang gene. This one is an amorph gene, 'no? So, if there is always 'no, if there is always a second substitute, second lang po kasi siyempre ang rule natin sa blood bank, kung ano ang blood group ng patient, yun pa din ang isasalin sa kanya. Pero when worst comes to worst na wala, gumagamit tayo ng O-cells. But to my experience, I never did this. I never did this. Hahanap at hahanap ako ng ospital, yun nga yung worst na na-experience ko is I had my patient, nakalimutan ko na kung ilang stab wounds, sinaksak siya sa lugawan. Galing silang inuman, siguro nagkapikunan. Wala akong ma-tourniquet, kasi 'pag tinorniquet ko siya, kung saan siya may saksak, doon lumalabas yung dugo, bumubulwak talaga. So, parang mga 5 times siyang nagpalit ng hospital, bed 'no, pero mga 5 hours namatay siya, eh. Kung kailan na-cross-match ko na din yung 5 bag at kung kailan nakahanap na din ako ng gano'n. Sometimes it's really too late 'no, for our patients, so we just really need to do our best. Then, group O cells, we use anti-A and anti-B. Sa Pilipinas, we do not use that. We just wait for the reaction for the anti-sera A and anti-sera B, then we assume that it's O. Kasi made-detect din naman po 'yan sa reverse grouping using the known cells. For blood donors, antibody screening, it is acceptable to use pooled screening reagents from RBCs with at least 2 different individuals. That is your known cells A and the known cells B. So, pooled RBC screening is not used for patients with antibodies as screening. Then, ayan, ah, pooled RBCs must be cell positive for each of the following. Ito na po yung sinasabi ko sa inyong other blood group system. D, DCE, K, FYA, JK, LEA, P, M, N, and S. These are the other blood groups that may cause agglutination reaction. Okay. So wait lang, let me charge first, medyo nawawala. Enhancement reagents or also known as the potentiators. The enhancement reagents were mentioned also no during our pre-lab discussion last week. No, so all of these no should be incubated at 37 degrees Celsius, or kung hindi man siya, let's say, tawag dito, we can use room temp, no, room temp na mga samples. Ay, ba't ayaw na ng draw? Para magha-highlight na lang ako. Okay, so enhancement media, we have bovine albumin, no? So, gives positive ions. Kaya lang, bakit po hindi ko rin gusto itong gamitin kahit na identify tayo ng RH, kasi ang tagal po niyang mag-react, no? 30 to 60 minutes. Though yes, puwede naman din talaga siyang mag-react in few seconds, but the optimum is 30 to 60 minutes. So, do we have that precious time para mag-antay? Hindi po. And for the LISS, increases uptake of antibody during the RBC's sensitization phase. So, kung medyo mahina ang reaction ng ABO, yan, puwede tayong gumamit patakan natin ng LISS para stronger yung agglutination. And of course, the PEG, magamit din ako ng PEG, ayan 'no, polyethylene glycol. This one removes water or gives a negative, because the water gives negative charge, ang kailangan po natin positive charge para magkaroon ng agglutination. Next one, AHG reagents 'no. Bakit ba tayo naglalagay ng reagents? For us to visibly see the agglutination of incomplete antibodies. Because class, yung mga antibodies ng mga pasyente natin or tayo mismo, we have different concentrations of it nasa katawan natin. Puwedeng AB ka, pero mas strong ang reaction sa A kumpara sa B, ganyan. So, para po makita natin 'no, kasi hindi naman natin kailangang malaman yung percent concentration kung AB ka, for example, or kung A ka, ilang percent kang A sa katawan mo. Puwede bang 100%? So, puwedeng 4 plus agglutination. Puwede ring weak ang reaction mo ng A because you have the presence of weak subgroups, ganyan. So, para makita natin, at least we'll settle muna kung A ka, kung B ka, ganyan. Then hindi naman po kailangan i-identify yung percentage, pero kailangan malaman lang kung ano ka. Then, monospecific, nabanggit ko rin ito kanina, either anti-IgG or IgM, 'no? Kasi if you will be or if the samples that we are testing are positive with hemolysis or agglutination with AHG reagent, it will create agglutination or hemolysis. Bakit? Kasi nga po, hindi sila compatible. What are the complement that is activated? C3, C4, C3b, and C3d. Mamamatay ang pasyente definitely, 'no. Polyspecific po yung ating anti-sera ng CUMS. Bakit? Because it will not only detect the A or the B, but it will detect all of the immunoglobulins that causes immune reaction or incompatibility. 'No? So, any tubes that is negative after adding AHG, halimbawa pinagsama mo na po yung red cell ng ating pasyente, tapos serum ng ating donor. After mong pagsamahin sila, magda-drop ka ng AHG. Again, to enhance the reaction if they are incompatible. If it is incompatible. Kapag nagkaroon po ng agglutination, incompatible sila. Imagine nandun ka na sa dulo, nandun ka na sa dulo ng agglutination reaction, dun mo palang ma-identify na incompatible po pala sila. So it's really painful to perform blood banking procedures. It takes lots of patience, grabe. Nung nag-training ako dito ng, blood banking sa heart center, because this one is also my field of specialization when I was working. Ano, sobrang nakakapagod talaga. Tapos hindi na kayo mag-uusap, medyo hindi na rin kayo magjo-joke ng katabi mo kasi kapagka inuna mo yung chika 'no, during performing, this procedure, it will really 'no, take time kasi baka mamaya magkamali ka. 'No, so ang sandalan lang talaga is music, 'no, music pero hindi ka rin puwede pong mag-headset or earphones because you also need to be aware of your environment. Kasi baka may sumisigaw, "Oy, sino nagko-cross-match diyan ng patient ganito?" Ganyan, naka-headphones ka, naka-earphones ka, 'di mo naririnig, cancel pala yung compatibility, ganyan. Or na-delay pala yung operation or na-delay yung surgery, ganyan. So those equipment that you use or the procedure that you used will be charged to you. Yan. So we have to be fully aware of our environment. At the same time, we should be focusing on what we are doing in the laboratory. So negative antiglobulin test, no, antibody coats cells that reacts with anti-IgG and the AHG reagent. And again, we have to observe for the visible agglutination. Hindi na to class ano, tawag dito, hindi na to hinihilot. Kapag incompatible, it will stay as is, incompatible. No? So unless it is IgM in nature, if it's IgM in nature, we can only wash. We can only wash our specimens kasi nga pwedeng excess proteins lang 'yun. Pero kapagka IgG in nature, sa AHG na siya nag-react, hindi sa bovine, hindi sa LISS, sa AHG, hindi na po 'yan nahihilot. Talagang incompatible na siya, 'yan. 'Yan. So, ABO typing techniques, lagi lang po natin tatandaan na they are always in equal proportion. Again, in equal proportion. Kung 1 drop ang anti-sera, 1 drop din po yung ating sample. Minsan kasi nanginginig tayo 'no, pagka pinatak mong ganyan. Ay hindi tumama. So, kaya po yung applicator stick parang ihahalo nating maigi, imi-mix nating maigi. But when we are in doubt, parang hindi ata masyadong nag-match or parang parang feeling mo contaminated yung dropper kasi sobrang lapit ng nag-drop nung sinundan mo na nag-e-experiment. You have to report to us, I and Sir Erwin, so that we can check for the agglutination. Kasi marami naman tayong anti-sira. Na marami naman tayong anti-sira, kaya hindi tayo puwedeng gumamit ng contaminated din. This is the first time that you will perform this one, so dapat maturuan din po kayo ng tamang procedure, 'yan. So ABO typing reverse grouping, so it detects the ABO antibodies in the patient's serum. Again, yung forward patient's red cells. Now we are using patient serum. Kanina, gumagamit tayo ng anti-sera A and anti-sera B. Sa reverse grouping po, gumagamit tayo ng known cells A and known cells B. Yan. So, 2 drops. Yan. Bakit po sa forward, optional yung 1 drop or 2 drops? Pero bakit dito sa reverse grouping, matic 2 drops kaagad ang kailangan natin? It is because we can observe weaker reaction of agglutination compared to forward, which uses RBCs, because again, we don't have cell receptors in reverse kasi nga serum po yung ginagamit natin. So para mas ma-enhance yung agglutination reaction, we increase the yield of our serum and our reagents. So just like the procedure that we did in forward, yan, we could also expect agglutination reaction. But instead of, yun nga, nagbago lang po yung reagents natin. Yan. Mix thoroughly, yan, spin, 1,000 RPM, 1 minute, or pwedeng 15 to 20 seconds. No? So, yan, resuspend while observing for agglutination. So, I have demoed sa ibang estudyante yung itsura ng pinipersang tinitigil yung red cell suspension. If that happened to you, you just need to respin it again, no, so that your red cells will settle at the bottom. And then, just in case nalilito, ano po ba or sino ba yung universal donor at si ating universal recipient? Blood type O is considered to be a universal ay, sorry, what's this? Universal red cell donor. Can somebody help me? Why is it said that O is a universal red cell donor? Bakit po kaya? Ayan o, nakalagay na po sa ating definition. Kasi 'di ba, wala siyang gene ng A, wala din siyang gene ng B. Kung wala kang genes at binigyan at sinalinan ka, that's good. Para po kasing ano 'yan, eh, pumasok ka sa school. Sa school, kailangan mo ng yellow pad para mag-quiz, to write something or whatever. Kapagka yung pumasok ka na walang yellow pad, kasama mo din yung kaklase mo wala ding yellow pad, is it good? Is it good na pareho kayong walang yellow pad? Meron ka bang maibibigay? Wala. Pero kung ikaw ay binigyan ng yellow pad, what is the feeling? Tapos may quiz kayo, manghihingi ka, eh, 'no? So off yung yellow pad natin. So gano'n din po yung ating blood type O, kabaliktaran naman siya. Para siyang may yellow pad, siya yung taong may yellow pad na laging namimigay ng may kailangan. Bakit? Wala ka namang yellow pad, eh, 'di bibigyan kita, 'di ba? Pero yung taong may, um yung taong meron ng yellow pad tapos bibigyan mo ulit, hindi siya puwede. Kasi bakit? Kasi redundant, meron na nga siya, eh, 'no? So, the universal red cell donor do not have genes. So, if they do not have genes, they will not create IgM or IgG reaction. But let us remember that hindi lang po natatapos sa ABO yung pagiging universal red cell donor or recipient. Bakit? Remember, we have secretions, we have the H gene, we have RH na tinatawag. So, even if pareho kayong blood group O, kung yung isa naman positive, yung isa negative, hindi pa rin po sila compatible. Kung si negative bibigyan mo ng positive, hindi po puwede. Wala siyang gene, kasi nga O negative siya, the RH is not detected, it is not normal for the O negative body to be transfused with O positive. Bakit? Wala siyang gene. 'Pag wala siyang gene, 'pag sinalin yun sa kanya, this RH positive, na dugo na sinalin sa RH negative na tao, aatakihin niya yung kanyang sarili. 'no, or aatakihin niya yung red cells na isinalin sa kanya. Because again, they don't have the gene, pero sinalinan mo. So how about yung meron ng genes 'no, yung Rh positive, sinalinan mo ng Rh negative, puwede ba yun? The answer po is yes. Since negative, wala po siyang genes, eh, di maganda, walang immune response 'no, walang immunogenic reaction. Again, yung positive, hindi puwedeng isama sa negative, pero yung negative, puwedeng salinan ng ay sorry, yung positive puwedeng salinan ng negative, pero yung negative hindi puwedeng salinan ng positive, ayan, 'yan. Kasi nga no plasmas will react, 'yan. So, universal recipient naman si ating, AB, 'yan, no anti-A, no anti-B on plasma, no agglutination from other red cells. Universal plasma donor, no anti no anti-A, no anti-B on plasma, and will not agglutinate, 'no, universal plasma donor. Actually, yung plasma naman ano naman 'to, eh, tawag dito, hindi naman siya nagko-cause ng transfusion reaction kasi nga po, it doesn't have red cells. 'Yan. Next, eto na po yung secretor status na tinatawag natin. Now, when we say secretor status, eto nga po yung pagkakaroon natin or our blood groups can still be identified with the secretions of our body. So, kaya po kahit gumamit tayo ng plasma, gumamit tayo ng serum, laway, ganyan, pwede pa rin pong ma-identify yung ating blood groups, no? Kaya siya tinawag na secretions. They are found in all parts of our body, kahit lavage, no? Kahit na yung tubig na galing sa lungs natin, pwede pong mag-identify. So yung SESE gene natin, makikita niyo 'no, capital, this one identifies, dominance. Tapos yung SESE na maliit, this one identifies recessive non-secretor. So dahil po karamihan naman sa atin ay O, so karamihan sa atin ay may secretor genes, 'no? For the H antigen, these are the precursors of A and B antigens. Ayan. So A, meron siyang A gene, meron din siyang H gene. H gene, again, indicates secretions or secretor status. So yung B, meron siyang B and H. Sorry. Yung AB, AB and H. O for H lang kasi wala naman siyang gene ng A at saka B. Tapos non-secretor, wala siyang gene. 'Yan, 'yan. So for the ABO secretor status, before I actually asked, Sir Erwin if we're going to perform this one. But then again, we focused on, performing your compatibility testing manually and kasi nga meron kayong session sa, EACMed. So baka magkulang yung time, hindi naman na din 'to pino-perform sa laboratory. But then again, might as well, we discuss it in our, lectures 'no. ABO secretor status, we use the saliva of our patient. Hala, nag-hang ata yung laptop ko. Bakit wala? Ayan, we use the saliva of our patient. We need to see 'no, positive result which is no agglutination, negative result with agglutination. So dito lang naman po, we want to detect really the presence of the immunodominant sugar. Yung alpha-2 L-fucosyltransferase, yung alpha, 2D ganyan, and yung ating, O, 'yan, 'yan. So, instead na gagamit tayo ng red cells para sa agglutination reaction, gagamit po tayo ng saliva, ayan. Tapos gagamit tayo ng, known cells A, known cells B, ganyan. Tapos using the saliva of our specimen instead of the serum. So, magkakaroon din po 'yan ng agglutination. So, that one identifies the presence of secretor status. 'Yun po yung secret 'no, na kaya pala nating mag-identify ng blood groups or blood types even if wala po tayong anti-sera na for red cells at kahit na wala tayong red cells from our patient, but we have their secretions, ganyan. So, yun 'no, probably before, when we say blood typing or blood grouping, we are just, um, we are just looking for the red cells 'no, for it to be tested and for us to identify our blood groups. Pero yun pala, puwede rin palang plasma, puwede rin palang serum 'no, 'yan. So, but of course 'no, we want to use red cells for direct reaction and we still prefer, serum for less, presence of proteins. Kasi yung saliva natin siyempre yung bibig natin madumi kasing organ 'to ng katawan natin, eh. It contains microorganisms 'no, bacteria, which is also proteins in nature. So, there is a possibility na magkaroon ng, interferences 'no, sa ating, saliva specimen in identifying the blood groups. That's why it is not preferred, okay. So, ayun. So, we'll cut short our discussion with the ABO secretor status and we will continue next week for slide 23. Molecular genetics of ABO. Ito na po kasi yung may presence ng weak subgroups.